Hello, I'm Chris Holmes. I'm an artist and certified Bob Ross instructor. I'd like to welcome you to our channel, Serenity in Color. Today, I got two 11 by 14 oval canvases, and I recently did a picture that I really love the colors I did, and I thought I'd do something just different today. I just want to play and have a good time, and I hope you enjoy it. So, with that, we'll take off. I've already coated with a thin even coat of the liquid white. The colors I'll be using are titanium white, Prussian blue, midnight black, dark sienna, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, satin green, cad yellow, yellow ochre, Indian yellow, and bright red. And with that, just take off and have a good time. I'm going to start out with a little bit of bright red. Just a little. And just like I said, I just want to have fun today. Let's just see what happens, where it takes us. Make it just a little bit brighter. Just a little bit. One of those things you can always add more, you cannot take back. I really want a glow right there. Let's see, I want to have water in this painting. Some of it might show through, and I don't know. I got a basic idea, because like I said, I've done a painting last week, and I just really fell in love with it, and I wanted to share it. But I wanted to do it just a little different. And I thought, I've never done nothing like this before, let's just see what happens. Then I dipped into a little bit of yellow ochre. Just gonna run around it. And I didn't clean my brush. Just a little yellow ochre. Over here, kinda. And let's go in a little cad yellow. Just a little bit. Maybe kind of in places here, just warm it up a bit. And I forgot to put a little yellow ochre in the water. Like I said, some of it will show through, some of it won't. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna push a little Indian yellow on this side. Just, ooh, look at that. Kind of blend it back into that. That's a pretty color. Maybe over here. Kind of flavor it up a little. And now, I'm going to take my palette knife and I'm going to take a little alizarin crimson and a little bit of Prussian blue. Make me kind of a lavender color. I used a lot of lavender in the original painting. So, and I have a tendency, I like it just like Bob would always take it to the red, and I've tried taking it to the blue side, but I found more success myself using to the red side of crimson. Let's check my color here. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's roll with that. And just use that same old dirty brush there. Go over here. And a little bit. Ooh, I like that. Just a smidge more blue. Right in here. There we go. Just a little bit. Kind of darken it up a little in the corners. There we go. Look like a bunch of Easter eggs there. We got something going anyway. Take a good clean dry one in, and let's just kind of blend these out. My thought process on this painting is if you had a little one you wanted to kind of share something with them, this would be an opportunity to maybe have two paintings that are kind of near the same, and one could have one at home and the other, and then or if you married and you and your partner have a, you know, above your bed, you could have like one on this side and be like that was combined or such. I had a good thought process. Basically, good gift ideas in my head. Like I said, I love being able to share this gift, and I've met a lot of great people through this. Art's always been a happy place for me. And, making people smile and happy is one of those things that go along with it. So, I'm just thankful you're here today. Do the dark colors, try to last. That way we don't drag our dirty brushes back into the pure. Kind of want to chance it in just a little bit more, just to kind of, where it doesn't look so distinct. There we go. We'll just see what happens. Alright. Well, that lavender color we had going for the sky, let's take it, blue it up just a little bit more. Using that same old brush we put the sky in with, and we'll add a little bit of titanium white to that. Let's see what we got here. Let's go up. Still a little too dark. Light it up a little bit more. I want these to be distant trees. Little background things. Tap in some distant things back here. Just varying the shapes there. Just plain. Just some distant things. Alright. Go wait for that 1 inch I blended the sky with, and just go in and tap in some mist. Just tapping in some mist. I said I had done something different, and I'm gonna try it again today, just to share something I did. I'm gonna lay my palette down a minute and grab me a clean paper towel. I'm gonna blend this out a little bit. I was making clouds. Alright, so now I'm gonna take a clean dry 1 inch. I'm gonna grab straight titanium white. I'm gonna go up in here now. And I'm gonna make like a fog, like a real cloudy. If you've ever been in the South, sometimes what the temperature does, I can't explain. We had fog the other day till 10 o'clock in the morning that you just couldn't hardly see outside. We had to, I work construction, road work during the week. It was some of the worst we'd seen in a while. So I just kind of had an idea. Little mist rolling in. Like clouds living down low. up just a little. In the landscape, when we get closer, things are a little bit more defined. Let's come right here. Let's put a little something right here. Maybe this one just comes on up right here. Let it go. That's a little bit there. So they still kind of back there. Like, imagine there's a big tree up there. Alright. We'll come over here. Darker color there. Just patting it up. There we go. Kind of throwing in some basic shapes. Alright. Let's take now, I'm gonna take the script liner, little paint thinner. Let's just put the indication. Trunk or two. Sharp point. A little so show through. Just many if you want. Like I said, they still kind of distant. Right there, one just right in there, right here. Alright. Just something for the background. Go back to that 1 inch I had going with the cloud cover real quick. Take a little bit lighter lavender there. Let's come up and just kind of highlight some of these a little bit, maybe a little light striking. Got a little trouble getting it to stick. I got a little bit of liquid white. Kind of thin it up a little. There we go. Just a little here and there. Just a little. Just let your imagination go. Glad I got to spend a little time with you today. Had a class the other day. Real appreciate a little youngin' come to class, and she told me in honor after class that it was the greatest day of her life getting to paint. So, and that really warms the heart. That makes this whole thing to me worthwhile getting to share it. Carry on my journey, you know. I got to meet truly blessed. The Lord has truly blessed us. Blessed me to get to spend time with you. Okay, on here. What I'm doing is just tapping in some basic shapes. Just few little highlights, trying to set that trunk in there a little bit. I'll make it, just want some pretty colors today. See, I'm kind of going off what I did on another one. And just want to try something different, something fun, something I ain't tried before. I've done the oval cutouts on, and I've tried the two season challenge that Bob had that time. I forget what season that was from, but I enjoyed that one, so I just thought, you know what? I got a bunch of ovals laying around. Let's just have fun today. There's a few highlights up here, and I'm gonna kind of come in and blend some of this down. Go to another one and tap in the illusion of mist, but I'm gonna come back and put in some fog or something. It's like we're making clouds. Way back in there. I don't know. It's like a pretty place to path. Pick up too much color, just wipe your brush out. I got a beater box at home I built to put under my rack to contain it. Sometimes that helps me because before I got married, I used to paint the kitchen and I'd beat the brush out like Bob did, and then I didn't have to worry about nobody. Then when I got married, I had to remove the refrigerator to hide the spots that I used to beat the brush out. All right, so let's go. Let's just use it 1 inch there. I use it for the side of it. Let's go in here and just kind of tap in the cloud shapes here. You might be thinking, Chris, what are you doing? You might be right. You might be right. Go back to my knock it out a little bit. We'll just kind of wind these clouds up, wind the fog up. Whatever you think it is, that's exactly what it is. Fluff them up a little. Let's take, I'm gonna go right here, but just kind of drop in a little dark right in there, just a little bit, just kind of, maybe some little layers or something, maybe breaking it up a little bit. Alright. Kind of see stuff as you go, just kind of layering a little bit. There we go. Pull that up a little. Back in one more time, a little bit of white, kind of break it up a little bit. Kind of give it a little something. I don't know, this little distance there. I'm gonna put a tree, I believe. Kind of need a little dark right in there to kind of give a little variation. I got a little carried away. There we go. There we go. Clean that up. Pull that up a little. There we go. take. Let's take out a little crimson, some Prussian blue, some midnight blacks, Van Dyke brown to kind of dull it down a little. Let's put in a couple evergreens in there. There's a little more color there. We'll take a little bit of titanium white and run through part of that. Kind of get a little lighter value first. A bit lighter. Alright, I like that. Alright, with a knife. Let's see, grab a number. Start out with number 3. Small area here. Like I said, I just want a few in here. And I'll bring this one right there. And I'm gonna make what we call in school the uppity. Pushing up. Like pine trees and trees, cedar trees you see around here, they kind of got that uppity. They smile, is what I think of. I always call them my Uncle Floyd trees. My uncle always smiled. He had a real pretty mustache. He'd smile real big, sometimes a big up, you know, kind of like, yeah. And put one here. Let's give him a buddy that lives right there. You got a friend that lives kind of off over here. Yeah, she's kind of here. Sharpen him up a little bit. Just throw a few little indications, some more in there. Go back to our orange brush. Tap in some leaves. Here now real quick. I don't know, let's throw in more right there. Yeah, let's just kind of like push him up in there. I tell my students, so if there's something you cherish in your painting, paint around it, work around it. And if it's something you don't like, put a tree in front of it. You can do anything up here, man. It's just so amazing. You can do anything on these canvases. Anything your heart desires. There we go. Got some new brushes going. There we go. Just tapping a little bit. A little bit of mist. Lock that brush a little bit. Pull some of that dirty color down in there. Keep on, we're gonna run out of water space, but that's okay. Good practice. There we go. Need to sharpen him up, make him real mighty. There we go. Tell you what, real quick, let's take and put a few highlights on them. Just a few. Use that old dirty brush. Here and there. It's indication. Little light striking. Just little. clouds, and we'll kind of start getting into the foreground a little bit more. See, this ain't gonna be exact, the one I did earlier, but it kind of give you an idea how I done the original. I done it on a full size canvas, but like I said today, I just thought I'd change it up. Have a little fun with it. And down there a little bit. Makes me think, what head might look like with all the pretty colors and trees and just all bright and so pretty. Alright. So now, let me wipe out that small fan there. Let's take that dark color. We'll go right into it. Now I'm gonna have a tree that kind of lives, he's gonna live right there. And I'll come back, I'm gonna put his trunk in a minute. I'm gonna put the dark in. Like an old pine tree you see out here. When I say out here, I live in West Tennessee. So about 100 miles east of Memphis and 20 miles south of Jacksonville. Small community down here. A place called Chester County, Henderson, Tennessee. I'm using a number 5 knife. See it? We'll put the location of the old pine tree done more out there. A little crooked limb lip there. One over here. See, let's be colored up. I'm gonna put some highlights on it. Just here and there. Not all of them gonna show through. And down here I give them a big old crook right there. There we go. Take a little dark sienna, titanium white mix. Get a little roll, go low, it's kind of touch. No, we'll highlight it a little. There we go. Tell you what, real quick before we get too carried away, we go down here. Nice little grass right in there. Give him, see, grass things are back up in here. Just a little filler. There we go. I'm gonna take some satin green, a little bit of cad yellow. Now, and I'm gonna kind of vary my colors a little bit. Kind of get a bright green hue. Like I said, it's plain with color. You can do whatever you want. See, I wanted the background to be real, I don't know, just lavender. And as I got into the foreground, I kind of brought in some pretty colors. Varying my yellows and my greens. Look up here. You can highlight. I need a little bit. Look at that little popper. There we go. Take an old fan brush there and just get some of that color out of it. See here in the green. He lives right here. Yeah, let's make him a little polish. He gonna live off the canvas up there somewhere. We don't know where. Feeding the foreground. Maybe he got a buddy out there. Or they can live off over here on this one. Let's give it one more right there. A little bitty one. Take your palette knife, kind of sharpen him up a little bit. Take a little Van Dyke. Might have a little bit of a trunk indication. A little bit of titanium white mix. Take a little bit of green, yellow mix. Oh, yeah, and a few highlights around all that. Oh, look at that. That really popped there. There we go. Alright. Go back to our fan brush there. Just a little bit of that in. Grass thing living out here now. Let's take old dirty one we had going there. Let's take that dark color, add a little green to it. Over here. Like I said, we're getting on into the foreground. Pull some of this down. So we're gonna have some water in this one. Let's bring it on over. It just wouldn't sit right, but didn't. Kind of bring it in right there. There we go. What a great thing. You can change your mind as you go. Here and there. This thing is pretty much just some undercolor. We're gonna come back and highlight all this. Take a little number. See that palette is kind of going in some. Excuse me, number 5 palette. Try and get them smaller places easily in. Let's pull in a little dirt. There we go. Some Garcian, titanium white. Or highlight color. Just here and there. Let the canvas pick up what it wants and give you back what it doesn't. Alright. Let's take a little liquid white. Get that nice and flat, that little roll of paint. Hold from here, just kind of rub in a little water line. lumps and stuff, you just wanna make sure it's relatively level, cause it'll run out of you painting. If it don't, it just won't look right. And I noticed in my students, and then when I first started, I was sawing and following it, you know, that's normal. But like everything else, and like I told that young lady yesterday in class, I was like, it's just practice. Just practice. Me and I told her both. Like she asked us both at the end of class, how do we get this? Well, we could do this sort of stuff we do, and we told her just practice like everything else in life. You just gotta keep at it. All right. You know what? I'd have to live there. Let's take scratch out front backy right there. This looks like a great spot for a cabin. Take some midnight brown, pull it down nice and flat. Front backy first. Alright. And lock him in there. Sign it over here. Take a little dark skin, titanium white. Make it look like old wood there. Cut off that little roll. And right from there, just old weathered barn wood. Place we live on had the original homestead was way back up in the woods, didn't know it existed. One day we was out just walking the property and found it. What's left of it, it was real neat. The smokehouse is still there. We took a little Van Dyke Brown and picked a little Prussian blue to it now. And it was just cool to see all that still standing. Get a little bit of liquid right there, just kind of gives a little difference there. And let's take some midnight black and a little titanium white. Let's start laying in some sheen. Using a small edge of the knife. I wish it was this easy to put shingles on a roof here. No shingles up even my day. One here, one here. Change my color a little bit. There's, I'm still hanging on. Here, there. Just old weathered shingle. Let's get a little bit of highlight up there real quick. There we go. Alright. Nice little cabin. And darken back up right there a little bit because I got a little too bright right there. There we go. Take a little midnight black. Get a little door. Get a little window right there. A little liquid white. nice little cabinet. We're gonna little cabinet, kind of get our angles right. Alright. Let's take it old dirty paintbrush, that dark color on it, and just kind of mash in a few grassy things right in there around it. I should have done him before I built the tree in the foreground, but that's alright. We'll still push him back in there. We just still do it. Great thing about this technique, you can do anything. Off into nothing, and we'll take this and just put it back in front. Just like that. Go back into that color and we'll just kind of bring that tree on back out in here a little bit. Just like that. We got a little cabinet way back there. Okay, give them a few grassy things around it. Look, maybe nobody live there no more. We're just gonna close him up. Maybe time forgot him there. There we go. That's pretty cool. Alright, I need to get on into the foreground there. So take that brush with a little bit of lavender on it and kind of bury my yellows and my greens and just kind of more yellow. Yeah, yellow there. Right in here, just kind of bring a few things down on them rocks. Shape and form. Here and there. Make them over here. Same thing. Just a bit here and there. Sparkle that a little bit. There we go. Like a light striking it right there. There we go. Alright, let's get on into the foreground. We've about got a finished paint. Let's take all that dark there. What color we got left? Prussian blue, my Van Dyke brown, some of the sap greens, all that dark color I had going. Pile it up. Just need a good base. We're gonna make us some pretty bushes. Let's take that old brush right there. It's an old 1 inch. I have a tendency to use 1 inch more. You can do it with a 2. Just a preference thing for me. Just because of control, especially on a smaller surface like this. Let's just kind of go in there. Bush lid right there. Yeah. And here. This one here is kind of way tall right there. It just kind of comes on up. Let's get a dark color. We'll have that dark show up pretty highlights here in a second. Alright. Now, let's take it over. Cleaner the 1 inches there. Little liquid white. Good. Let's go through cad yellow, yellow ochre, Iranian yellow. Just go up and highlight a few of these. So you gotta have that dark to show this light that's coming. There. Very colors. A little sap green in this one a little bit. That's a pretty one. a little low today. And then sometimes you get away from it. There we go. A little bit of dark color, just kind of yellow. Okay, yellow. Pulling that brush in one direction. And I kind of think of it like a clock. 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, working around the clock. There. Just one do it there. Yellow, red. Make it a pretty orange. Orangey color. Look at that. That's a firecracker. A bright red. Kind of a, there we go. Making that a little bit. Push it around. Don't kill all your dark though. And if you get to a point you start like it's mud mixing, you know you went a little far. So with that, I'm gonna come up here and scratch in a few sticks and twigs. But now we got finished paintings, or paintings. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did spend time with you today. If you like what I did, please hit that like and subscribe. Check us out at serenitycolor.com, Facebook, Instagram. If you see it here, it'll be there for sale. We have prints available. If you're in the area, live in the area, or visiting the area, check us out. Sign up for our mailing list. Come take a class with us, or just come check out the studio and say hi. We'd love to see you. I'd love to meet you. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank you. God bless you, and I'll see you again real soon.